Why do people fail the ICAG examination? Why does it appear that many people walk into the exam hall without knowing what to expect and end up failing the exam woefully? Why has it become a challenge for many people to become chartered accountants, although there are ways that they are supposed to go through in order for them to pass this exam with ease? I have been teaching subjects in the ICAG, ACCA, ICAEW over the last decade, and I have come across people from many walks of life with different mindsets, attitudes. I've seen people who come and within the shortest possible time, the first exam they write, boom, they pass. The second time, boom, they pass and they are out. I've seen people come and the first time they don't pass, the second time they pass the examination. I've seen people who come, they write it the first time, they don't pass, second time they don't pass, third time they pass. And I've seen people who come and then they write the exam 1, 2, 3, and boom, they give up and go and do something else. It means that they've given up on their professional qualification program, on the ICA, ACCA, and they go and do something else because they conclude that, hey, this is not for me. I don't know which category you belong, but the question we need to ask ourselves is, why is it that some people pass the exam and why do some people fail? On the podcast today, I want to share with you 3 key issues that I think are the challenges that hinders the progress of many people in their pursuit of becoming chartered accountants, and also share with you some strategies on how you can deal with them so that you can put yourself in the position to be able to walk into the exam or write the exam with confidence, but most importantly, pass the examination. The first thing is the mindset. If you're a follower of my work, this is something that I've said over and over again, because as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Many people approach the professional qualification examination as though it is their first degree, is their MBA, MSc, or some certificate programs they did somewhere. I am not by this throwing shades or disrespecting any first degree, MBA, or HND program from any school. But you need to understand that this is a professional qualification examination. Unlike your degree, your MBA, your MSc program, where marks are spread across your project works, assignments, internal assessments, and the final end of semester examination, in the professional qualification program, you have just 3 hours and that is all. So the mindset required for the professional qualification examination has to be different from the degree program or your MBA program, because in 3 hours, it is done. Some people feel that, no matter what you do in the ICA examination, they will fail you. And always when I hear people sheepishly saying that, I kind of wonder what is going on in their brain as they are uttering such words. Because if you say that no matter what you do in the ICA examination, you're going to fail, why are you saying that? Because the exam that you failed, some people passed. The exam that you failed, someone was awarded the best graduating students or the best students for that semester. The exam that he said was difficult, someone scored the highest marks. So why is it that you are not able to score that marks? Why is it that you are not able to pass? Is it that they have 2 brains? Is it that they have 16 eyes? Is it that they are better than you? No, it is the mindset. So people are like, no matter what you do, you're going to fail the examination. It is not like that. There is nobody sitting at the ICAG, on the ICAG's examination committee, whose goal is to fail people. You see, sometimes, and this is where sometimes I go a little bit off and then I let people understand the reality of life. Number 1, your life is not that consequential to warrant that somebody will sit down to sabotage your life. In case you don't know, nobody is interested in failing you. It is what you wrote that you get. So if you go, your results comes and you get 25, 35, 6, 3, 10, 15, that's what you wrote. Nobody is in the ICA or sitting at the ICA seeking to fail you. So that mindset, we have to get rid of it. So your mindset is key. This is a professional qualification examination. There are people who think, they can sit down 2 weeks to the exam, a week to the exam, and start studying, and miraculously, they should be able to pass the examination. No, you're going to fail the exam. You cannot. Just sit down 2 weeks to the exam, think that you can solve some past questions and go and pass the examination. You will fail the exam. I tell people that, you see, the ICAG examination now has reached that pinnacle, has reached that level where you are rewarded for understanding the material and not necessarily about the questions you have solved. So if you are somebody who wants to solve questions from 2019 up until 2024, I don't care. You can go ahead, but there is nothing in there that will be valid for you going into the future. There is nothing in there. So some people think, yeah, they can sit down 2 weeks to the exam, a week to the exam, then they will solve all manner of past questions. You will fail. Let's say you're writing strategic case study. You think solving the past questions from the strategic case study previous exams will help you to be able to go and write the exam. I tell students this: if you're looking at the past questions, look at the past questions to understand the structure of the exams, the context of the questions, the way the examiner structured the questions, and the various verbs and terminologies that the examiner is using. Not that you are solving it so that you go to the exam or you see something similar like that. 99.999% of the time, there is nothing similar. So this mindset of, yeah, ICAG, no matter what you do, you're going to fail the examination, we must get rid of it. This mindset that, yeah, I can sit down 2 weeks to the exam, a week to the exam, I'll do some shabu work. We have to get rid of it. Why? Because it is a professional qualification examination. Unlike your first degree, your HND, your MBA, your MSc, or whatever the heck it is that you did, where marks are going to be spread across assignment, internal assessment, project works, and then end of semester, here it is 3 hours. And your destiny literally is determined within 3 hours. And how do you excel in that 3 hours? It's having the ability to prepare for the examination, understand the material in the syllabus so that you can go in there, answer the questions, and pass the examination. So that is the first thing, mindset. People have the wrong mindset about the ICAG professional qualification program. So if you want to pass the examination, I want you to rewind your brain. Don't listen to the things that people are saying that, hey, no matter what you do, you're going to fail the exam. No, some people passed. No matter what you do, ICAG will fail you. No, somebody was awarded the best graduating student, the overall best student. So don't listen to naysayers. Don't listen to people who are lazy, who don't like studying. Yes, don't wait 2 weeks to the exam. Take some miserable leave from your company, cause financial loss to your company, and then think you can miraculously use 2 weeks to be able to pass the examination. It's not going to work. So if you want to pass the examination, you have to rewind your brain. Understand that this is a professional qualification examination. It means that it is going to require a lot of work, a lot of dedication. You must understand the structure of the syllabus. You must solve questions outside the ICAG past questions to position yourself to have an understanding of how the examination is going to be, and most importantly, how you can mentally position yourself to go into the exam hall, write the exam with confidence, and pass the examination. So you want to pass the ICAG examination this semester? I want you to work on your mindset. Have a positive mindset and understand that it's a professional qualification examination, and you have to spread your work weekly. If you do this, I can guarantee you, you will write the exam in one attempt and boom, pass the examination. Or maybe your second time, you will go in there, write the exam with confidence, and pass the examination. Now, the second reason why people fail the exam is work-life study balance. Now, I've heard this a lot from students, and they are like, yo, Nhyira, where I work, I don't get time to study. I don't get time to do the assignment. You will come home, you have to do this, you have to leave home early, you have to do all of these things. Yes, I empathize with you. I understand that you have a tight work schedule. I can bear with you about the fact that, yes, you have other responsibilities that you have to undertake. But you see, nobody cares about your work life. Nobody cares. You see, when the ICAG or any professional qualification examination is being set, the exam committee doesn't sit down and say, oh, by the way, the majority of students writing our examination are people who work, mothers, fathers, people who travel 75 kilometers and by the time they get home, they are tired. So because of that, let's set the question in a manner that everybody can answer. No, that is not how the exam committees set the question. When they are setting questions, they find out, okay, what is in the syllabus? That's the first thing. Number two, do these questions meet international standards? Because there are international standards that governs the way ICAG examination, ACCA examination is supposed to be. So is it in the syllabus? Yes. Is it in line with the standards internationally acceptable of a professional qualification examination? That's it. So nobody cares about your busy schedules. Nobody cares about the fact that you don't get time to study. I know that may sound a little bit weird to you, but nobody cares. Because one thing you must understand, it is something that I always say is this, that on the altar of success, there must be a sacrifice. You want to become a chartered accountant? Yes, you are working. Yes, you are busy. Yes, you have other responsibilities that you have to undertake. But you said you want to be a chartered accountant. It means you have to make some sacrifices. If not, then you cannot achieve this goal. If not, then you cannot become successful. If not, then there is nothing you can do. So there are some of you, you are not able to write the examination, or you write the exam and you keep failing, and the excuse you give yourself is, oh, my work, they don't allow me to work, my house, my children, my husband, my wife, they don't allow me to study, every day there is noise, hey, Radie, what am I going to do? Nobody cares about that. You have to optimize your life. You have to organize your life. And I cannot tell you what exactly you're supposed to do, but you have to sit down and look at your 24 hours and prioritize the things that you have to do if you really want to become successful, if you really want to become a chartered accountant. So you need a balance. Now, that balance can only happen by making some sacrifices. Probably it will mean sleeping less. Maybe it will mean spending less time with the people you love. Maybe it will mean not attending some events at certain times. It's a sacrifice. What price are you willing to pay for this program that you want to do? How long do you want to be on this journey? If somebody can do it in a year, in 2 years, why do you want to take 5 years to do this? Why do you want to take 10 years to do this? Why do you become frustrated because your work, your life, and study, there is no balance in there? You have to bring balance into your life, and that will require making some sacrifices. So, yes, I can empathize with you. Your work doesn't allow you. You travel around. By the time you close from work and get home, it is late at night. Nobody asks you to go and live there. Nobody asks you to work at where you are working. Again, that may sound a little bit harsh. That may sound a little bit inhumane, but you must understand that if we are talking about the examination, nobody cares about all those things, because in the exam hall, it is not about where you lived. It is not about where do you work. It is about what is in your head. What can you recollect? What do you remember? And how can you apply that to a given question before you? I want you to sit down, take a notepad, take a pen and paper, and plan your days. Okay, in the next 12 weeks, how will my day be like? Okay, this is the time I have to get up. This is how long it's going to take me to get to work. Okay, this is how long it's going to take me to get back to work. Okay, on weekends, Saturday and Sunday, these are the things that I'm supposed to do. You have to plan your life and make some sacrifices. If not, you will be on this journey forever. I've had people who tell me, yeah, Nhyira, I am busy, my work, my this. Then I'm like, okay, Saturdays and Sunday, what do you do? Then they're like, Nhyira, on Saturday, you have to wash, you have to do this, you have to attend some events. I'm like, you're not serious. Again, I'm not here telling you how to run your life. I'm not saying you shouldn't wash your things. I'm not saying don't attend an event, don't go somewhere. No, I am saying that on the altar of success, there must be a sacrifice. So you want to pass this exam? Nobody cares about your busy work schedules. Nobody cares about your life work schedules. Nobody cares about whether you have time to study or not to study. You decided that you want to do this program. You registered for the examination. You decided that you want to become a chartered accountant. Then you must be willing to make some sacrifices. You must be willing to walk away from some things. It is temporary so that you can then prepare well for the examination and pass the examination. So listen, you are working, you have a life to live, but you also want to improve your life. You also ought to improve your career. Some of you, your promotion is on the line because of this. Because if you become a chartered accountant today, you could be promoted or you could start earning more money than you are earning now. Okay, make some sacrifices. Maybe you only have Saturdays and Sundays. Okay, so if your work is so busy such that you only have Saturdays and Sunday, then optimize the Saturdays and Sunday. Instead of sitting down and washing from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturdays, maybe take your things to laundry and use that time to study. Laundry will not cost you any much. Laundry will not break your bank. Take some of the things to laundry so that you can all get a washing machine and use it, or get someone to help you so that instead of using 7 hours to do the laundry yourself, you can cut that down to 1 hour or 2 hours. Then you can save some time to be able to allocate that time to study. Because when you study, improve yourself, become successful, you can make more money, and that laundry fee, that's washing machine expenses and all of those things become immaterial. You have to think, because if you are thinking small and you're thinking about, oh, I'm saving, you will never progress in life. Again, I am not here to direct you how you should live your life. I am just here to let you know, yes, you are working, you have a busy lifestyle, you don't get time to study, but you want to become a chartered accountant. It's not going to happen, and nobody cares about it. So you want to pass the exam, you need to make some sacrifices. There has to be a balance between your work, your life, and your study time. If you do that, I can guarantee you, you will definitely pass the examination as soon as possible and become a chartered accountant as quickly as possible. The third reason why I think people fail the examination is what I refer to as poor corporate culture. You know, in this part of the world, it's a different environment. So this is for the employers, the corporate landscape generally. Many people are doing the professional qualification program, the ICA program, but have hidden it. They don't want their bosses to even know about it. They don't want their employers to know about it because of the poor corporate culture that we have. There are some people, I've been in the game for a long time, who have shared with me, they are like, okay, immediately my boss told my boss that I'm doing this ICA program, this is when she started giving me a lot of job, and I can't get time to study. When it is time for examination, for some reason, that week of the exam, that is where they will schedule something that will cause you to be out of town in a very remote area, and it is part of your job, you have to do it. So it's a challenge we have in this part of the world, and there is less you can do about it. Unlike other cultures, other countries where the system is not like that, they empower people. I've taught students across the globe, outside of Ghana, where we speak with the institution directly, and the institution makes payment for fees and everything. And when it is closer to examination, or when it is time for exam, they have designed work in such a manner that time is allocated for them to attend lectures. So if they are going to go to work, and the normal time for closure is, say, 5 p.m., but lectures are going to be 3 p.m., they are going to have that time to be able to go and attend lectures and be part of lectures. And then if it is time for the exam, they are going to be allowed some time to do their revision and go into the exam hall and write the examination. That is not really prevalent in this part of the world. Yes, some companies do that in Ghana here, but many companies do not, and that causes people to hide around. There are people who register for the exam only for them to realize that in the week of the exam, something is going to happen in their office, and so they cannot write the exam. So they would have to defer the examination, or if it is too late, it means they lose the money at the end of the day. So poor corporate culture in respect of how organizations empower their employees to advance themselves is also something that we have to look out for. Like I said, there is not much control that you can have as a student, but because in this part of the world also, the labor union is not that instrumental, it's not that powerful in this part of the world, especially in the private organizations. because if you misbehave, you could be laid off and another person will be employed. So again, it's quite hard, but it is a plea that I'm making across. Maybe you are watching this video and you're an employer, or you are working in a capacity and you have that influence to be able to do some of these things. Let there be a culture where people can freely come and say, hey, I am advancing myself. And they are not advancing themselves to come and take your job, to come and take your position. No, if people advance themselves, it creates opportunity for them. They can advance their life. They can become more successful. Even if they leave your company, it's okay. I mean, we have to understand that as part of the corporate social responsibility of the company, it's not just about building hospitals, building schools, and all of those things. Your employees are also part of the social responsibility issues. So you have to train them, you have to improve them, and they must be allowed to improve themselves and not be handicapped or not be prevented from improving their career. So it is a plea that I'm making that companies in this part of the world encourage your staff. Don't let them hide behind the scene. Let them come forward. Yes, they are doing ICAG. Yes, in this week, they are going to be having an examination so that they can really have time to prepare for the exam, write the exam with ease, and pass the examination. Even if you won't pay for their tuition, which you are supposed to pay because it should be part of your social responsibility as a company. Because if you pick money and go and build hospital somewhere, or pick money and give people scholarship, and your own employees, you cannot give them scholarship, you cannot pay for their tuition fee, you cannot pay for their advancement, I think it is hypocritical. And it is something that is really in this part of the world that we have to deal with. Because you will see companies taking money to undertake corporate social responsibilities so that they get some free press and the people are clapping for them. Oh, this company is doing well, this company is doing well. But there are employees in the company who don't have the capacity, who want to improve themselves but don't have the capacity, and the company doesn't have anything in place to be able to do it for them. We see this even in the churches, where you see some churches here going out doing things outsiders, but there are people in the church who are struggling, who are suffering. Listen, we need to build a good corporate culture where individuals can walk to their bosses and say, sir, I currently have a first degree, but I want to do my ICAG examination. This is the structure of the ICAG. I'm going to be attending lectures on these days and these days. So then the entity will develop a policy where they can allow those people to leave work a little bit earlier, then they can join lectures, and then will be given leave so they can write the exam, pass the examination. Because if they increase their capacity, it will make your company better, it will improve the efficiency, the productivity of the company overall. And like I said, even if they leave, you have added value to them, and that will even cause many people to be attracted to your company, and you will also be able to become more profitable as an organization. These are some of the things that I think are the main causes why students fail the examination and what we can do to deal with them. Have the right mindset, make some sacrifices between your studies, your life, and your work, and most importantly, let's promote good corporate culture where people can confidently walk in, write the examination, and pass the exam. Thanks for watching. Let me hear in the comment section, or let me hear from you in the comment section what you think about this topic. What do you think are some of the reasons why people fail the examination? And probably you can share your own experience and how you have overcome, especially the mindset issue and then the work-life balance issue, so that we can continue with this conversation in the comment section and help build a community where everybody is empowered to become successful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.